Hey guys, I think for this video, I want to get just a little bit serious because I'm frustrated. I really am. I try not to get too political with this channel because I'm an entertainment channel. I like to do comedy and just have fun. But I have done a character who for what 4 years I did this character, Ronald J. Douchebag. He was a parody of Donald Trump. And I recently ended the character series because it's not fun anymore because politics has gotten so toxic and it doesn't feel appropriate to continue making a parody character off of a man who was literally Schmittler. And recently, in the last few videos of that series, it made a lot of people angry. And by a lot of people, I mean MAGA. The MAGA Republicans, that faction of my party. Because yes, I'm a registered Republican. But you see, I don't view MAGA as Republicans. No, I view them as the schmaltzy party of 1930s Germany. And they try to label me as a leftist. No, my friend, no, I am a Republican. I am typically classified between a Lincoln Republican and a McCain Republican. Okay. I am very much in the middle of the Republican Party, where I will align when I need to with the Democratic Party. And you know what? I've been doing that since 2016. I voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016. I voted for Joe Biden in 2020. I voted for Kamala Harris in 2024. You see the outlier there? I had never once voted for Donald Trump because I could not stand to cast my vote for a man like Donald Trump. I really couldn't. I view Donald Trump as a cancer to my party. And a lot of MAGA like to flaunt that they have the R next to them for their voter registration. That they're Republicans, they're true Republicans. No. There's only one R word that fits those people, and you can take that as you wish. It is open-ended. It can be whatever one of those R words you want to use. I know which one I'm using. But anyway, people who don't like politics or this kind of talk, do feel free to go ahead and skip the rest of this video, or, just say, eh. But I need to vent. I really do, because I'm so frustrated the way this is for what's happening to this country. And the problem is that so many Republicans are being lumped together because the current president is technically a registered Republican. And, we all just get lumped in there together, even those of us who hate this motherfucker. I would love nothing more to see this man be impeached and removed from office via impeachment. The man has violated the Constitution. The man has taken the Constitution and used it as toilet paper. That is what he has done. Birthright citizenship is in the fucking Constitution, and this doofus thinks, ooh, no longer a thing. You don't, as a president, you do not change the fucking Constitution of this fucking country. That right there is an impeachable offense, right there. One right there can get him out of office. And I have never in my life, and I've seen a lot of footage from presidents from years ago, never once have I seen a president have a shouting match with a United States governor, the governor of Maine. I have never seen a president have a verbal altercation with a governor, at least not publicly. Although Donald Trump reminds me a lot of the bullies I had in high school. There are a lot of talk, but at the slightest hint of resistance, they're a bunch of little bitches. And you know where all those bullies are now? They're not walking the streets free. No, they get 3 meals and a cot. Because they learn what happens when you're a bully. They learn what happens when you make threats to get what you want. A certain angry orange man likes to make threats to get what he wants. And I am ashamed of what my party has elected to this country for a second time. But it goes back to the old saying, those who refuse to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And because we learn from history, I learn from history, I have to suffer along with everybody else who learned from history because certain people couldn't learn from history. And people in the comments on my Ronald G. Douchebag series, oh, you're a fucking leftist. Look at you, you're a fucking leftist. I am registered as a Republican. And to the people who say, oh, you're recording this video in a fucking basement. That's a basement? That's a fucking basement. Morons. But this channel has always been and will always be a safe place for people that are gay, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, transgender, asexual like myself, and whatever other orientation you identify as, because you all are human beings just as much as I am, and you are allowed to be who you are and love who you love. It's also a firm stance on Black Lives Matter. I will always stand for Black Lives Matter. And I will always demand better reform with the police department, because there are so many out there that are just gun happy and trigger happy, and they overshadow the small amount that are actually good and trying to do their jobs. But we need better reform in that regard. This whole country needs help. And then you got people like me that are just fucking frustrated because all we want is for people to be happy. We want people to be able to do what they want so long as it's legal. And being gay, not illegal. It's also not a sin. Not a sin at all. Read the fucking Bible. And I don't mean the version printed after 1947 where that little bit was put in there. I mean the one before 1947. And also, try looking up the story of Jesus helping the gay man's lover. That's a fun story that people like to, forget exists. Because it doesn't fit an agenda. It's part of the cherry picking from the good book. I don't identify as a Christian. I believe that there is a God, and I believe that he is horribly ashamed of the people that he allowed to be created. He is ashamed of humanity, and I think we're all due for another flood. You hear me, big man? Another flood. But you'll find me typically dealing with paranormal stuff because I like ghosts. I believe in ghosts. I don't practice Christianity. I don't worship God. I don't worship Jesus. I acknowledge that they exist, but I don't worship them. I just acknowledge that they're there watching. But you'll find me typically with paranormal investigations using paranormal equipment, Ouija boards, rituals, and other equipment. And I'm friends with a lot of pagans. They're actually a very fun bunch of people to be around. A lot of fun. But I just wanted to make this video because I needed to vent because I am so fucking frustrated. Like, I often catch myself, since the election, I've been catching myself with my hair in my hands and everything I have to not rip it out. The night of the election, I was here with my best friend, watching the results, because we had such high hopes that she would win. That when the final results were announced, I had to hold him because he was so afraid because of what Donald Trump and Project 2025 were talking about. He was afraid that he was going to be killed. That the people in this country, his fellow citizens, would want his head on a fucking platter. Just because he's gay and he has a boyfriend. Because who he is, he loves a man. He was so afraid that I had to hold him as he cried on my fucking shoulder. And that same night, I lost another friend, not for any reason because of being afraid. No, I cut ties with another friend of mine because she was so happy that he won. And when I told her that I was busy consoling my other friend, my best friend, who is in fucking tears because he's so fucking afraid, and all she can do is send me gifs and images saying Trump won, President Trump, hell, President Trump. Ignoring my kind responses to say, stop, not right now, not a good time, you can be an asshole later. No, it was while I was trying to take care of my friend who was fucking sobbing on my shoulder. And that lack of respect, that total obvious disrespect, that gets you cut from my life. I will not stand for people being outright disrespectful. It is fucking stupid, and I don't care what the bitch thought. I don't care if she thought it was funny. I don't stand for that bullshit. I will not be disrespected, and I will not allow my best friend to be fucking disrespected. I am loyal to a fault when it comes to friendship, but disrespect is a good way to get friendship erased just like that. I don't care if we've been friends for almost 10 years. That's you throwing away 10 years of friendship. That's not me. That was me telling you to please just stop. Please be my friend and stop. But no, you were somebody completely different that night. Someone that I didn't even fucking recognize. And that showed me who the fuck you really are. God, I feel so much better after that. I need to go back to therapy because I used to do this in therapy where I would just fucking scream and rant, and I felt so much better afterwards. Just having someone there to listen and not care that I'm on their couch screaming my head off. I feel so much fucking better. Although I'm sure most of you have either turned this video off or you're just watching me act a fool, but I needed to vent, I needed to rant, and just to let you all know that this channel will always be a safe place for people who feel attacked, for people who feel afraid, especially these trying times. And that any amount of disrespect towards anyone for who they are, what they look like, what religion they practice, or any religion that they don't practice, will from commenting on this channel. If you cannot be a civilized person, if you cannot have just the most smallest amount of human decency, then I will block you. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you didn't, I'm sorry, but we'll resume regular scheduled programming afterwards. This is just because I haven't seen my therapist in a while. I needed to do some ranting, and I feel better when I'm ranting on a camera when I can't do it to my therapist. Because there's just something cathartic about yelling at a camera that makes the world feel great. I think it's like the same thing of when you write a letter to someone that you're angry with, that you don't mail the letter. You just write it, envelope it, and then you throw it away. Because it's the writing of the letter, the idea that you would send this makes you feel so much better. Because you're getting all of what you wanted to say off your chest. It's just the only other difference is that instead of the letter being thrown away, this video was going out to the public so people could watch me scream and rant and yell and implore the heavens. But I want to end it off here by saying I'm quite certain I'm going to switch my voter's registration from Republican to Independent, just because I am ashamed of where my party is going. There's not a whole lot of people left in my party that I respect outside of a few people, and most of those are now out of office because the idiots decided they don't want them back in their party, you know. But I think I'd feel much better as an independent for the foreseeable future, or at least until my party can get their fucking head out of their ass. So once again, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.